Yes, you saw the title, I'm not lying, they finally nerfed the Agam Flat Tusk combo. We're getting a patch tomorrow, or depending on when you see this video, the 16th of June. It's a very small patch, but it's still worth making a video for because finally Flat Tusk is being nerfed. She was a big oppressive card in the quilboar meta. She is an enabler of the strongest comp in the game, Agam Flat Tusk Menagerie. If you hit an early Flat Tusk into Agam, you just outskill pretty much anything. At this point in the meta, if you see there's quilboars in the lobby, you just triple into 6 drops and you hit Flat Tusk, the first one who hits it wins the game. So it took them long enough. I don't know why they didn't address this last patch, but they finally did. Can't complain. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at the things that changed and give some ratings. So first of all, Flat Tusk is a 6-star 9/6 that whenever you spend 3 gold, you get a blood gem. She got nerfed to 4 gold. You need to spend 4 gold now to get a blood gem. It is actually the nerf that I suggested and that I thought they would give, because if you move her to tier, or if you nerf the stats, or it's really hard to like nerf this card, right? The best thing to do is just increase the amount of gold you need to spend for blood gems. This is gonna have a massive impact on her because she is just good because of the amount of blood gems you can generate. Cutting that by so much is pretty insane. Sometimes you only get 2 blood gems a turn now if you don't roll anything good to buy. She will still be okay. This is still a good unit if you roll Ground Shaker comp or Agam Flat Tusk. She's still good, but this definitely is a big impact, or much bigger than it seems, because now I think quilboar lobbies compared to non-quilboar lobbies will start playing the same again. Now tripling into 6 drops is actually gonna become a bit worse because this top unit that just wins games got toned down a bit. So I think the meta is finally going to be less high rolly. Finally we'll be able to just triple into 5s without having to try and power level into a 6 and die if we miss. So it's really good. Flat Tusk was a solid 5 points, and I'm now gonna give her a 3. A 3 because I think she's okay. She's not too strong. She might be a little bit slow, but I don't think she's gonna be underpowered. I don't think she's gonna be insane. I think she's gonna be right at the good balance, basically. And this also makes Shagla a much better card now, which is good. Next up, something I don't think anyone saw coming. Kangors. Kangors has been buffed and nerfed and changed a lot of times as well. Recently she went from a 3/6 to a 4/8. Now she is a tier 6 4/8, and now she moved down to tier 5 and she got reduced to a 3/6. So from a tier 6 4/8 to a tier 5 3/6. What does this mean? This means that Death Rattle comp might actually be a thing. Kangors on 5 is actually massive. It's easier to triple, easier to find. So if you triple into a Kangors early on and you have an egg on the board, you're really strong. You want to find Baron again. This allows for tempo plays with Sneeds. I think overall the meta is going to become much more tempo based. Mechs are really important, more important than they are already in tempo heavy metas. This is good for Greybow. I actually think, even though they only touch 2 cards, Flat Tusk, which is a big problem, and Kangors, which doesn't see much play, that this is going to have a pretty significant impact. I'm happy to see maybe Death Rattle builds making a return before other people can outscale them, so they could scam an entire lobby. That's one thing I'm scared of, scam stuff. What if people have Baron into Sneeds, into Kangors, summoning a bunch of Mike Snuffs for Reapers and just doing breaking stuff. Another thing I'm scared of is actually Greybow, because Greybow has this combo where you go Egg, Taunted Egg with Golden Khadgar, and you summon a bunch of 8/8s or 16/16s if it's golden into Kangors, which summons more eggs, and they all have taunt, so they need to be attacked into, and then they summon more. There is a really strong combo that is now more enabled, and that might actually, I'm gonna predict it's gonna be part of the meta. If you've never heard of this, then well, you might start seeing this more. If you have heard of this, again, bold prediction, but that's why I'm here to give you the spiciest takes. I think this is gonna be a thing that we need to be careful of. So Greyboy is gonna be good. I'm gonna give Kangors a 4. I'm not gonna give it a 5 because it's not quite as good as Lightfang still, who is at the top at scaling on tier 5, or a Mitrax or a brand. You still prefer scaling, having good Menagerie over Death Rattle build, because Death Rattle builds fall off. But depending on the meta, again, depending on how good Max will be and Greybow and things like that, Kangors can fluctuate. Also in the lobby, probably if the lobby has a lot of scaling, Kangors falls off unless you want tempo. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's gonna be above average. Okay, and now very important, bug fixes. There have been bugs in the game for so long that I have talked about every single time. There is bug fixes that I see, and Here's 2 bug fixes for Battlegrounds. Fix the bug that caused the Battlegrounds rating to show as 0 when first opening the player profile. Never seen this, never heard of this, but okay. Fix the bug that caused the player profile to show number of Battlegrounds first place finishes instead of Battlegrounds top 4 finishes as intended. Again, never heard of this or seen this. That's it. They fixed 2 bugs, never even heard of, never even seen, that needed to be fixed, but we still got like the outline bug where there's the shadow outlines around cards. We still got other visual bugs like with triples, that triples don't show up. We have disconnect bugs. We have the bug still, I think, with Xyrella, because that was never addressed with a full hand. They didn't address the full Jin bug. I don't know if it's a bug, but that you can like transfer the stats with the hero power, and then you can still transfer the gems as well with a Necroline. Might work as intended, might be a bug, I don't know. I don't understand it. We brought it up so much, but bugs like these, they do notice. I wonder, maybe, wait, can I actually contact us? I'm trying to find a link here or a button where I can submit bugs, but I don't see one on their website. If you can find a place to submit bugs, please leave it in the comments, because maybe that's how we will be heard. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short breakdown. There's not too much to talk about. Again, 2 things that changed, but they're still significant enough that I hope this video is gonna help you evaluate what the meta is, how it's gonna shift, like how strong these things are. I want to see what you guys think though. Leave it down below. I always read everything. Thanks for watching. If you want to catch more, of course, don't forget to subscribe. I do updates like these whenever patches go live. I also have a bunch of guides if you want to check them out. Leaving a like is appreciated if you want to do that. But thank you, have a good day, good luck on the Battlegrounds, and adios. Why did I say adios? Goodbye.